Imagine you've invited your boss or a new date over for dinner, and everyone is having a great time. Suddenly your lovely dog walks right up to your guest and shoves their nose aggressively into their crotch. You blush and apologize profusely, wondering, what on earth? Why did my dog just do that? In reality, it's not being rude. Your dog is actually reading your guest's biological biography using their incredible sense of smell. With up to 300 million olfactory receptors, it is the canine equivalent of checking someone's social media profile to see who they are and what they're about. But that's just one part of the story. From acting as your personal bathroom bodyguard because they are pack animals, to that intense, awkward stare while they're pooping in the yard, there's a fascinating logic behind it all. In today's video, we are decoding 5 of the quirkiest dog behaviors to understand what your four-legged friend is really trying to tell you. Let's dive into the mysterious world of dog logic right now. 1. The Pack Protection Program. Why your privacy is a thing of the past. Have you ever wondered why your dog treats your bathroom trips like a mandatory group activity? According to dog logic, you aren't just a person, you are a vital member of their pack. In the wild, animals are at their most vulnerable when they are using the restroom, and dogs carry this ancient survival instinct into our modern homes. When your dog shadows you into the restroom, they are likely performing one of 2 roles. Either they are acting as your bodyguard because they consider you a precious part of their family, or they are sticking close because they want you to guard them while they feel exposed. There is also a cheeky third option. Your dog might simply be struggling with separation anxiety and cannot bear a closed door between you. This same pack instinct explains the infamous awkward pooping stare. When your dog locks eyes with you while they are squatting in the yard, they aren't trying to be weird or make it uncomfortable. They are checking to ensure their trusted leader, you, has their back against potential threats. They are looking for a signal that the environment is safe because they know they cannot easily defend themselves in that position. By maintaining eye contact, they are asking for a reassuring nod to know everything is okay. It's their way of saying, I trust you with my life right now. If you've ever felt like you've lost your right to privacy thanks to your furry shadow, you are definitely not alone in this pack. Hit that like button if your dog is your permanent bathroom partner, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an explanation for these quirky canine behaviors. Understanding these instincts is the first step to a much deeper and more rewarding relationship with your pet. 2. Primal greetings, the evolution of mouth licks and full-body leans. We often affectionately call them kisses, but when your dog tries to shove their tongue up your nose or across your mouth, the origin is far more primal than a simple show of love. In the wild, wolf puppies lick the mouths of adult wolves to trigger them to regurgitate food. While your golden retriever probably isn't expecting you to throw up your lunch for them, this behavior has evolved into a deeply submissive and respectful greeting. It is a dog's way of acknowledging your authority and saying, I respect you and I am so happy that you are here. It is a ritual that transitions from a survival mechanism in the wild to a social welcome home sign in your living room. Similarly, if you are standing in the kitchen and your dog comes over to press their entire body weight against your shins, they aren't trying to knock you over like a heavy sack of potatoes. This full body lean is actually the canine version of a hug. Because dogs do not have arms to wrap around us, they use their weight to create a profound physical connection. This behavior is pure affection. It releases positive chemicals in the dog's brain and indicates that they feel completely safe and secure in your presence. It is their way of grounding themselves with you, physically and emotionally. Unless you have a massive dog that might accidentally topple you, leaning is one of the most endearing ways a dog can say, I love you and I trust you, without making a single sound. They just want to be as close to you as biologically possible. 3. Managing high energy, decoding humping and the toy parade. Humping is arguably the most embarrassing thing a dog can do, especially when you have guests over for dinner. While many owners assume it is strictly a sexual behavior, in most everyday situations, it is actually a physical response to overstimulation or anxiety. When a dog becomes overwhelmed, perhaps by a new visitor, a new girlfriend, or the excitement of you returning home, that intense energy has to go somewhere. Being animals, they resort to humping as a displacement behavior, which is a way to burn off a sudden burst of nervous or excited stimulation that they don't know how to handle. It's a physical outlet for a brain that has become momentarily short-circuited by too much emotion. A much cuter way dogs manage this same excitement is by bringing you toys the moment you walk through the door. You might notice that your dog scrambles to find their favorite squeaky toy or bone and parades it around while spinning and jumping. However, the second you reach for it, they often pull it away. This isn't necessarily an invitation to play fetch. Rather, they are showing off a prize possession. Holding something in their mouth also acts as a pacifier. It helps them soothe themselves and manage their intense joy at your arrival, effectively keeping them from resorting to more disruptive behaviors like excessive barking or jumping. It is a self-soothing technique that allows them to share their happiness with you in a controlled, albeit high-energy way. It's their way of saying, "I'm so happy you're home. Look at this cool thing I have." 4. Communication through scent and sound. Kicks, sighs, and howls. Dogs communicate in ways that are often invisible or confusing to humans. Take the post-poop karate kick, where a dog violently kicks up grass and dirt after finishing their business. They aren't trying to cover up their mess like a cat. Instead, they are utilizing specialized scent glands located in their paws. By scraping the ground, they leave behind both a visual mark and a potent pheromone marker. It is essentially a giant neon sign for other neighborhood dogs that declares, "I was here." It's a territorial announcement that turns a simple bathroom break into a public broadcast for the rest of the local pack. Their vocalizations, like howling at sirens, are equally rooted in ancient communication. When a siren hits a specific high pitch, it sounds remarkably like another dog or wolf howling in the distance. Your dog isn't necessarily annoyed by the noise. They are instinctually responding to what they perceive as a pack member checking in. By howling back, they are announcing their own location. "I hear you, and I'm over here." Once the siren fades, the dog assumes the conversation is over or that they have successfully scared off the intruder. Even a dramatic sigh is a form of communication. A sigh accompanied by half-closed eyes signals immense contentment and a physical release of tension after a long day. However, if they sigh while staring at you with wide-open eyes, it usually indicates disappointment, most likely because you finished your sandwich without sharing a single crumb. 5. The biological biography. Why they sniff there. The single most awkward moment for any dog owner is when their pet shoves their nose aggressively into a stranger's or a guest's private parts. While humans find this incredibly inappropriate and feel the need to apologize profusely, for a dog, it is purely a matter of biology. Humans have specific sweat glands called apocrine glands, located mainly in the armpits and groin, which release pheromones containing a massive amount of information. A dog's nose is a literal superpower, with up to 300 million olfactory receptors compared to our measly 6 million. They can detect details we can't even imagine. When they sniff these areas, they aren't being naughty, they are reading your biological biography. Through a quick sniff, a dog can determine your age, your sex, your current mood, your health status, and even what you recently ate. It is the canine equivalent of checking someone's entire social media profile in a single second to see who are you and what are you about. Understanding that this is just dog logic can help alleviate the embarrassment next time your dog gets a bit too personal with your boss or your neighbors. It's absolutely fascinating how much information they can gather just by using their incredible sense of smell. If you found this breakdown of dog behavior helpful and it made you look at your pet in a whole new way, make sure to subscribe to the channel for 2 new videos every week. Give this video a big thumbs up to help other dog owners understand the secret world of their furry friends. Thank you for hanging out with us today, and remember, it's not being rude, it's just being a dog.